Welcome back to Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast. I'm your host, Cassius Clee. We are back in the studios of Industry City, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Honix, what's happening, brother?
What's good?
Everything's good? Sure about that?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Brother O, what's good?
Yo, man, I'm here.
Rudeness.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, smash all of the buttons one time. Let's go next. Hey, yo, one more thing. Today is Malcolm X's birthday.
It is.
Right? So we're going to give a shout out to Malcolm X.
For sure.
All right.
I don't know about y'all, but for somebody that I didn't meet, never known,
I look up to him, bro.
he definitely taught me a lot in terms of like being self-conscious and just know certain things that I'm supposed to know as a young black man. So definitely shout out to Malcolm X.
Shout out to the Malcolm X.
No doubt, yo.
Knowledge yourself.
Autobiography of Malcolm X, boy, changed my life, yo. If you haven't read that book, it's a definitely book that you must read, yo. Every young black man out there, go out there, get that book, download it, audio, do what you got to do, but you need to read that book.
Well said, Chris.
My pops had us reading that book when we was like 9, yo. He ain't play, yo.
Yep. Dirk Dash, what's up, brother?
Chilling. Let's go next.
I mean, you should be bittersweet right now, you know? Boston.
I know. I didn't want to bring that up. I couldn't bring that up, yo.
You're sick.
Really?
That's what we're doing.
Shit, I forgot about that, bro.
You
low-key
I told y'all.
Sick.
I
nigga,
root
bro.
for Boston, except when they play Knicks.
Where was that?
What's the problem?
I was here.
I
was sitting here for that.
Yeah, man.
I
What's
forgot
the
all about
problem?
that, bro.
Shut Dirk's mic
I
off,
did not know
please.
that word. Shut Dirk mic off.
Shut his mic off.
Cut his shit off. Dirk, I had no idea, Dirk.
Edit Dirk out. Just go to Joe.
I tried to let it go, man.
I'm a
I
Knicks
tried to let it
fan,
go.
first and foremost.
'Cause
But
if
I
they-
root for Boston if they're
Yeah,
not
there's
playing
no-
Knicks.
So
But
if
listen.
Boston would, you would have been like, let's go Boston.
Hell no.
You're sick.
Yo, Dirk,
You
Dirk,
can't lose
that.
explain why you're
It don't
I
even
guess
matter.
a
It don't
second.
matter. You can't
Nah, it
lose
does
it.
matter. I need to
It doesn't.
understand
It's
this.
not going to be logical, It's bro.
Hold on.
It's not
Explain
going to be
that.
logical.
I started rooting for Boston when KG and Paul Pierce was the other.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen.
Okay,
When I
okay.
saw the Sports Illustrated that KG was on Boston, I'm like, I gotta root for them
Okay.
because I was rooting for them cats. I like those cats.
But you was rooting for the
Rondo,
Knicks, too.
I'm always
You're
gonna root
sick,
for the
nigga,
Knicks
bro.
before Boston.
You're sick, nigga.
Why can't I have a favorite and a second favorite? I don't understand.
No, they can't be in the same division.
You
They
can't
can't
be
be
the same
rivals.
favorite.
You feel me?
You
Like,
can have a second
yo,
favorite,
you
but
better
your
off
second
saying
favorite
that's like-
cannot be Boston.
I gotta get
Yeah,
It's
this
like
shit
saying,
right.
I'm rooting for Muhammad Ali, but if George Foreman wins, though, that's my second
you
favorite.
hedging your bet, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
You
It's
can't
just
root
what
for
it
the
is.
Knicks and the Heat. You can't root for the
Mer,
Knicks
you
and
can't.
Boston.
All right, so
You
let
can't
me
root.
think about it over the.
Yo, Knicks in Denver.
You can't root
How
for
about
the Knicks
that?
and the Pacers. Can't do
Even
that.
if you say that you rooted for them during that time that those players was there,
I was.
they're gone. So how are you still rooting for them?
They've been going for over 10 years
That's
now,
what I'm
right?
saying, yo.
'Cause it's
You
a
gotta-
lie.
Exactly.
It's not a lie. It just became a thing. Let's go Knicks, man.
Yeah,
You
let's
got
go
a
Knicks.
side Yo, the
NBA
thoughts,
team. That's crazy.
the thoughts and saying of Dirk does not reflect the Sportsmanlike Conduct podcast. Just want to put that out there.
I got a side chick.
Disclaimer.
favorite team, so.
Big Chris.
Yes.
Sean Combs.
That's a segue, son.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Take that.
Facing 5 criminal charges.
Yes.
Sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Yes.
So now we got the charges out the way, right?
Uh-huh.
The legal charges.
Right.
I want to more focus on the morality,
The morality charges.
right?
Yeah.
Because me and Rudy had a long conversation the other day. I just feel like Cassie is a victim, right? But there's a large segment of the population that's going with the narrative of, well, Cassie was with it, so, you know, she's complicit in everything that went on. That may be true, right? But when you're dealing with a woman and any kind of sexual encounter, she could say yes 99 straight times. On the 100th time she says no, no is no, And to me, that's when it becomes a crime.
Absolutely.
So she could have been complicit. She was with the freak
For 2
offs.
years.
Obviously, they read her text in court.
Right.
She was with it.
Yeah.
We don't know the mental state at the time or whatever she was going through. But when you're being abused,
Yeah.
you kind of make poor choices,
What
right?
they call that Stockholm syndrome,
Yeah.
when the hostage becomes sympathetic towards her captor.
Right.
And I believe that at a certain point, I don't even think so much that she became sympathetic towards him, but I think even there was comments that were made by one of Sean's assistants that he had told Cassie, like, why don't you just leave? Because she was telling him, like, you know, this lifestyle is crazy. I don't like it or whatever. And he was like, well, why don't you just leave? And she was like, because he controls every aspect of my career, my money. Like, basically, it's like she felt like she didn't want to start all over from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, I mean, you get that in Hollywood a lot, in Hollywood and in the music industry, where people do things that they wouldn't normally do because they're trying to get ahead. That's why how your Harvey Weinstein and cats like that are able to manipulate these women, because they all think they're going to get ahead if they just go along with the program long
And
enough.
some men now. We're finding
Like,
now.
she's 38 now. What?
Right.
I'm not sure what age this was going on. How old was she when this was going
19,
Yeah.
18, 19.
Yeah.
Yeah?
She was, yeah.
on? Wow. Rudy, we had a conversation, a very interesting conversation. I don't want to speak for you, but your idea was, where's the father, which you usually go to right away, right?
Yeah, so pretty much, like, I believe like she's not the first celebrity or first young woman that's been subject to this type of behavior by predators. Like, that's what I call them. I call them a predator. But in all these cases, like, the missing piece is always there. Like, where are the parents when these when these young women are going through this type of thing? Like, where are the parents? No one speaks about them. No one speaks about anybody. You know, so I just think, like, we sometimes miss that in terms of, like, the upbringing of these young women, and not understanding the role that the parents have in a case like this. So that's always becomes a question in my mind. Like, okay, yeah, she went through this and it was bad, this, that, and the third, but who was helping her? Where was her parents? If she didn't have parents, where was her auntie? Where was her homegirls? Like there could have been someone there for her, or these women that go through this, to prevent this type of predator from taking advantage of them.
I have to disagree with that,
strongly
yo,
disagree
because
with that.
even if you ever watch the documentary on R. Kelly, like a couple of the girls, their parents was adamantly trying to pull them from R. Kelly's grasp. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't grow up with, lacking a mother or father. They didn't grow up in broken households. Sometimes it's just a matter of where parents, you're trying to be supportive of your child, and your child at a certain point has their own mind and their own goals, and they're gonna do whatever they want to achieve that.
Even when they're being abused?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that the abuse goes on, without the money, without the fame and stuff like that. There's plenty of women that are in relationships with dudes that are abusing them, and they come from a strong father and a strong mother, but it's something broken inside of them that they allow themselves to be subject to this.
I don't co-sign that. Because imagine this, man. Imagine if any one of our daughters was be subject to some shit like that. Whether she's blind, that she can't see, you don't think we gonna see somebody?
I agree.
Like that's these young women, like, they're not mature enough or old enough to know to make the best decision. right? So because they want to be celebrities, whatever the case may be, they at some point they got to know that this path is not it.
I'll take the age 19, right? All our daughters are past 19, right?
My daughter will be 19.
My daughter will be 19.
All right, so hey, perfect example.
In July.
Your daughter meets a music mogul. Dad, I met this guy. He wants to do an album. I'm going to LA. Where you going, bro?
I'm going to LA.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
I got or let's keep it here in New York. I got a studio session, 54th Street, 7th Avenue, tonight at 11. Where are you going to be, Chris?
I'm going to be at the studio.
In the session.
In the session.
Figuring out what the fuck is going on. Right?
Nah, just your daughter come in here.
Yeah,
But, you know, I mean, but that's our
Fuck outta
mentality.
Selling.
You know what I'm saying? That's not every father's mentality.
And
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
sad. That's fucking sad.
That's not every mother's mentality. And it is sad.
It's a come
You know what
up
I'm saying?
sometimes, man.
But-
So
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
sometimes it's a come up for the family. It's just like how, you know, we put our chips in an athlete. If your son's a good athlete, your daughter's a good athlete, yo, it could take us out of the hood. It could take us out of this impoverished. I'm not saying that was Cassie's situation, but you know, they use this as a come up. Like, yo, we don't want to be here. So sometimes as a father or as a mother, you got to make these decisions based on that. Like, yo, listen, you know, this could change our life. So yeah, just do what this mogul says, and you know, and you know, they phasing you out little by little. But use a perfect word, predatory behavior, man. That's crazy. You're grooming these people. It's not even just women, you know.
Yeah.
Men go through this, and boys especially with these shows, like these kids shows, like these dudes. There's a lot of bullshit going on just for fame, man.
Yeah.
This shit is crazy. Like, how you gonna have your kid on set and they be like, nah, no parents here today. We doing a private filming.
Fuck out
What
of
the
here, kid.
fuck you mean?
That my child ain't going to be on the set.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you just go for this. Say, oh, look, well, if you don't do it, you void your contract and your kid won't get paid. It just means you won't get paid. And it's,
back-
so much horror
it's back to
stories,
work.
man.
Yeah, what you got, P?
What's the question?
There's no question. Just how you feel about this whole situation.
First and foremost, a victim's a victim. I do think, you know, you guys can speak from that standpoint of y'all being parents. I think you guys are underselling something though when you do go that route in terms of taking a parent into it. No matter what, right? And I'll ask you guys this because you guys have kids. Isn't there a moment that comes forward with your kids where you're like, yeah, you know what? Like, I can only hope that I gave you all the tools to not be in a situation like this, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Right?
100%.
So when that day comes, and let's say for this hypothetically, let's say, oh, this guy wasn't showing sick behavior. This guy made her into a star, right?
Mm-hmm.
So ideally, that person will have your cosign, no? Right? So if we're talking about a predator, he knows how to divide and conquer, bro. I'm going to wait till she's old enough. I'm going to wait till she doesn't give a fuck about what her parents say because I've shown her something. At the end of the day, bro, I think what I'm saying, y'all minimizing the influence, bro. And you talk about Stockholm Syndrome. You talk about a lot of these things. Bro, we didn't see a video of him beating her up when she tried to leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't she just leave? I wonder fucking why. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of the commentary is just dumb commentary. And I'm going to be honest with you. Is why when we talk about certain celebrities, I'm quick to just say sick nigga, bro. Because we do all this explanation outside of what it actually is. Because you can't fathom that it's that simple, that he's just that sick. It's a sick nigga, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it to be funny. I'm not saying it to defame. I'm just saying it because that's what I identify it as, bro. Any behavior that was done under whatever umbrella is still under the umbrella of sick nigga, bro.
Absolutely.
You have a shorty. Oh yeah, I'm rocking with shorty. I'm trying to work on her career. I want to see you get fucked by other men.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Allegedly.
Sick nigga, bro. That's what I'm saying. You can go down the list. So, oh yeah, was Cassie with it? Nigga, you held the keys to her career. What the hell the assistant gonna say? Oh, no, stay. This assistant know he wildin' too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know he wildin', but the problem is, it goes back to what I was talking about in Shannon. I'm not even trying to attach him to this. It's gonna come a point, and this is why I asked y'all about your kid. It comes a point where you just trust them that, hey, is being famous that important?
Is it worth it?
To what? To your bottom line. Do you want to be a part of this to play? You have to play this game to be a part of this life. Which one do you want to do? At the end of the day, I'm not saying that it's not a good point which is coming from, but I'm saying that's solely on a woman. Think about it. Y'all, I get it, y'all older now. Bro, there was a point in time where y'all did stuff for women and they wasn't listening to their parents. Y'all wasn't listening to your parents. There's gonna come.
Oh, what?
Are you
saying
I was
that we
you
do
got
things
clever.
that women-
I was listening to my father,
All right.
Chico Simpson.
All right.
Everything I
Thank
did to
you.
a woman, she wanted me to do, okay?
Regardless, bro, I'm not.
Listen, let's
I'm
be
not
clear,
here to
man.
bitch prove or prove
You
that.
might have to
I have
edit
no
that.
idea what Onyx is talking about.
Well, I
right
didn't
now.
talk about pies.
I understand.
So
100%.
Them making their decisions. You feel me? I just trust that I have the tools, that I did enough.
Yeah.
So I'm not
at
gonna.
25.
I'm not
not 19,
no,
you know,
for sure.
but
I'm saying I'm not gonna be like, where's the father? Because a father could have been in her life.
Right.
A father could have did anything, but guess what? Who showed her this life? Her father didn't have. Let's say the father didn't have the resources. Glitter becomes more attractive. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
If the
I
person
understand.
coming here showing you glitter and stuff like that, yes, you're grateful for what your father has shown you. Feel me? You think you know enough. And think about it. Anytime y'all got mad at y'all children, it's been what? More often than not, it's because they think they know what they're talking about when y'all know what y'all talking about. So if that comes in, I'm saying that comes into regular people. This is Sean Combs, bum ass nigga. You feel me, bro? At the time, he top nigga in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
We're not talking about a random random little music person. This nigga's
So
in
that's,
music, bro.
this is what
I
we
think-
mean by predatory.
Yeah.
And that's what it
I think a
is.
lot of
That's
it.
what
I
it
think
is.
about a lot of it also has to deal with the fact that most of these women that fall into these situations that from the people that we're talking about, they're trying to get into this industry. The difference is my child isn't trying to get in. She has no aspirations of being a singer. She has no aspirations of being a rapper. Most of these women, they're looking for that next step. They're looking for that help up. And so, like you said, they're willing to do something strange for a little bit of change, like you said, you know? And
All right, so
you
let
never know.
me remove the component of being a star, right? A regular dude
Yeah, I was about to say this.
turns her on and stuff. Yo, let's start doing this. Let's start doing that. She's like, all right, I might like it, I might not. She don't like it no more, bro. She's not feeling it. He's making her do it.
Yeah.
He's beating her up.
right,
It's a crime, dog.
absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
No.
So
Get some more.
if we're gonna say like Diddy has this influence, he's not the only one that has influence over women, though.
Nah.
No.
Right? So it's
Nah.
not, I don't think it's his fame or his fortune. I think that women get involved with these kind of dudes and maybe they're with it, bro.
Nah, man. That's
Right?
irresponsible. That's
And
irresponsible.
then if they're not with it anymore, you can't do it anymore, bro.
I think in Diddy's case, though, I think a lot of it has to deal with
It does. You
that
cannot
they're-
take out the fame
yeah.
component.
It's
bro.
all about fame. It's all about what he can do for me and what I have to subject myself to get to that next level.
So
It's
you think
not
she's
just, but it's sorry, Rudy. It's not just held to this music
No,
and
it's
entertainment industry.
No,
like
it's in every
this
industry.
happens in all walks of life.
It's money.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a matter of
It
money.
doesn't necessarily have to be
No, it's
money.
lack of
But-
lack of respect for women.
He's just happened to be famous. The accuser and the predator, accused predator happens to be famous.
Listen,
It's like,
You know what I'm saying?
listen, at the end of the day, there are way more predators out there.
Yeah,
He didn't learn this shit by himself.
100%.
Exactly. And then like Panik said, and like we've all been reiterating, it's like you've got to teach your children right from wrong. You've got to create a moral high ground for them. And if they don't have that, then they'll fall.
They're subject to fall, bro.
Exactly.
What you got, Dirk?
Getting back to the parents thing, I think there's a component to where the parent may not be sophisticated, meaning that they may not even understand the dynamics of that particular industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know, like we know, I'm gonna be in the studio with my kid, right? But you and me know, Clee, we were working with a young person and the parent just wasn't there. And I would say it's because the parent wasn't sophisticated or understand the dynamics of that. Granted, you and me, we not Diddy.
Right.
But sometimes the parents just don't even understand what's happening, what goes on, what this industry is about. So they don't even know that they should be paying more attention to their child.
Should be some guidance there.
I got you.
Right? But at the end of the day, I mean, Pete, this nigga's just a sick nigga, son.
Bro, it's that simple, bro.
But even to that point, though, right?
Yeah.
Even if the parents is not there, there's managers involved, right? There's agents involved, right? Is there somebody representing her that's supposed to be looking out for her best interest?
Yes,
Diddy.
him.
It was
But,
Diddy.
most of those management and agents, they've got their own self-interest ahead of their clients.
Yeah.
Yo,
See, because-
Rudy, let me ask you a question, right? What predator is gonna be like, hey, I'm a predator?
No one. No one.
Nobody, right?
I know no one.
So I'm saying that because, bro, I'm Diddy. I've done this. They're going to dress it up.
Yeah.
They're going to dress it up to trick you the best way they can, bro. So what I'm saying is everything sounds good. Yeah. And if I take everything that everybody's saying, the one thing that is consistent is a predator is being a predator. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
You take all the components and all the he's perfecting whatever bullshit he's doing. Yeah. You feel me? I can't look at it from another angle outside of all of this wouldn't be a thing if this nigga wasn't sick. Like maybe I'm limited to how I view this, but literally the only other way I can look at it is, and this is not even to cape or this is not to pander, but in a system where you shown you can, based off of money, right? The illusion that you can control of what you can control widens, right? Because of the money you have, the control you have, the influence you have, the word we keep coming back to. If these things happen in these circles, things that's happening on a base level is going to happen 10 times more. And by that I mean, if a nigga don't respect a woman, you think he's gonna respect her when he got money?
No.
Hell no. So what I'm saying is the underlying thing about all this, you can see it obviously. Your man don't respect women, he don't respect people at all. Because he's sitting here saying, yo, I'm using somebody that I said this is my partner. I'm using her as an object.
I agree with you.
You feel me? The lack of, bro, this is what it is. This is what he associates everything with. So I don't want to hear about a parent because guess what? The money is gonna talk for what it talks to. Once you're in those rooms, that's why I side-eye every celebrity that sit here and talk about, yeah, but I wasn't at the freak off, but you knew they were happening.
Yeah.
That's
You
just
said
as
nothing
fucking
about
bad.
it. Exactly.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Only people coming out. Yo, I know when it got like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yo,
So-
I had to leave.
So
this party.
I said it on an episode. It was more lighthearted, but bro, how you know that this is what they doing over there? You know you don't like it, but you still going for the first half. Yeah. You can't catch me there, bro.
But to be honest with you, bro, the freak offs is not illegal, bro.
It's not about it being illegal. It's about this. We know what this nigga's about.
But some people are doing that.
Like,
but you don't got to be able to freak off to do what Diddy's doing, bro.
It's not about what Diddy's doing. What I'm saying is we know the power of this individual. I'm talking about the individual.
Right.
The individual in itself. Niggas want to be around an individual,
of course,
a person like that. Yeah. Why? Why? At that point, it goes back to the moral compass. Bro, yes. I don't want to be cool with a nigga that's doing shit like that. So whether it's legal or not,
it's wrong, kid.
Legal,
it's wrong.
Exactly. It is wrong, bro. This nigga just invite. Yo, this is my girlfriend, Cassie. I'm about to have her get fucked by other niggas. You think that's a nigga that's sane?
No. But
you're talking about legal. That's still nasty, bro.
But that's
nasty,
but there's
bro.
a name for this shit now, bro. It's a thing. This is what people are doing. And if you're with it, you're with it. But if you're not, and you're making your girl do it, that's the fucking problem here.
Regardless of if, bro, what I'm saying is it's very easy to say somebody, and that's the irresponsible thing that I don't like, that I rubs me the wrong way. I'm not saying you saying it, but I'm saying the commentary. When people keep reiterating that Cassie's with it, she don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah. What
she don't know what to do.
She's drugged. She's all types of shit going on
and
with
this
it,
is the components that we're not talking about, bro. There's drugs coming into play. There's control coming into play. There's predatory behavior coming into play. We just saw that there's domestic violence coming into play. Yes. Bro, it's very easy to be like, oh yeah, she's with it. Because you hit everything. Because you had the control to do that. It looks like she's with it. It sounds like she's with it. Because you're trying to get off.
Yeah.
This nigga said I didn't hit her. And then he hit her. So it's very easy to be like, oh yeah, no, she was with it. Yeah. She was with it. Come on, bro. That's irresponsible, bro.
But I'm saying
it's irresponsible.
But back to Scott's point, if you're with it once, you're with it 10 times, just all it takes is one time for you not to be with it, and it's over.
It's a crime, bro.
It's over, son. That is
beat your woman into having sex with other men so you can watch, bro.
So you can get off, kid.
That's not it, son.
So the dude that's there watching this happen, it's okay?
Yeah, he's complicit too. Didn't you tell me he had plastic surgeons on deck?
Yeah. To hide so like he would beat her up so bad that he had a plastic surgeon on deck. Allegedly to
fix her
up. I
don't
want to talk about this. This is
shit.
This is actually making me uncomfortable to even discuss this shit.
No.
There was a
story.
Listen,
No. I know we need to, but I'm just saying this is making me uncomfortable for the fact that we all here are men, right? I don't know I don't have anybody in my life that I know. Listen, they could be doing some wild shit behind closed doors that I don't know. But I don't think in my life that I could associate with somebody doing wild shit like this. Because I'm just gonna be like, yo, bro, this is what you up to?
I can't fuck with you.
Like, there was allegedly there was scenes where like she had like multiple.
You said scenes?
Multiple. Where her shit was swollen and she was getting STDs and shit in her mouth. Doing all types of wild shit.
This is the uncomfortable shit.
And that shit is okay?
This is very uncomfortable.
That's the type of society we live in where like that shit is okay?
Because it's legal.
That's nasty.
You can go on your phone and watch that if you wanted to.
Yes, you can, but guess what?
Go on your phone and see that.
Guess what, right?
I'm going to do that later.
And this is...
Wow, shit.
That's a sick nigga.
He was at the party.
Bro, look. The end of the day, bro, how somebody portrays themselves, you can portray yourself however you want. You can come disguised. You can come as you are. Your actions are going to show who you are, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough?
Yes.
If that is the case, what actions have been shown by a homie for me to even say anything positive?
There isn't.
There's nothing.
There's no positive.
Right? So when I'm hearing a bunch of people talking about, oh, they don't got a case. Guess what? You a nasty nigga too, bro. You're a nasty nigga too, bro, because I don't understand how we got to a place where we saw Shorty get beat up on TV, bro. And then we still asking the questions we asking.
That's not part of the case. See, legal is different.
It doesn't matter because
legality is different, though, bro.
The angle with bringing Cassie as a witness is not, and this is what people are too short-sighted, bro. The people are too short-sighted. You talk about Malcolm. Shout out to Malcolm. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have fell in love with research if I didn't learn about Malcolm X, bro. It's very easy to feel your allegiance and loyalty to an idea because of how you live your life. It's very easy to identify that. But when you start to go back and look at uncomfortable truths, you need to look at what's your moral compass, bro. What is your moral compass inward, bro? At the end of the day, we can talk about what's legal. We can talk about what's nasty. We can talk about things. At the end of the day, we watched this man do nasty shit, be attached to nasty shit, and he was still celebrated. Even though it didn't take much research to know that he's tied to nasty shit, right? So when it is preliminary, it's very early onto a case where they're trying to show the character, your commentary does more harm than fucking good when you're sitting here and you guys are cross-referencing bullshit, talking about, oh, if she was, I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm saying people on the internet, oh yeah, but she was doing nasty shit too, and blah, blah. Bro, that's irresponsible because guess what? Now we identified that this nigga's a predator. You guys are sitting here trying to change certain things that we are trying to build a case around. Are you guys fucking dumb? Are you dumb, bro? She's still the victim.
Yeah. Correct.
What the fuck are we doing?
Let me ask you this.
It's crazy, bro.
Let me ask you this. And this is for everybody on the panel here. So we established that niggas is sick. How do you combat that though in society so that this situation doesn't happen again?
You have to educate these young women, these young men, whoever that's in trying to get into the music industry or trying to get into any type of industry. You have to educate them from the gate, because this is a known thing. This is an ongoing thing. It didn't start with Diddy, right?
It's not going to end with him.
It's not going to end with him. So if you know someone or you have a young one that's trying to get in this industry, you have to educate them. You have to tell them, listen, wherever set you going, I'm fucking going. Or somebody in your family's going, like we going, like I'm your manager, I'm your agent. Like if he really believes in you, right? Then he's going to abide by your rules in terms of you making my daughter or my niece a star. If he's not with it, then fuck it, we walking, we out. But you have to educate these young people, because this shit is happening all the fucking time, and these predators, they get away with it every fucking time, kid. Diddy's gonna get off, son. I believe he's gonna get off. I think he's gonna get off. But we definitely gotta educate these young women though.
Can we just get rid of these people?
No, here's another thing with this, right? Now I mean, we all have an opinion on all of this shit that's going on with this cat. The reason why it makes me uncomfortable to even get on this topic, number one, I have daughters. Got nieces, I got my brothers and all my people in my life that got daughters who are like my niece anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like none of them want to be a star that I know of, which is fine, and I hope they do something different, but you give them the tools, like you said, and when they get out there, their decisions are on them, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be with my daughter everywhere. I don't even follow my kid on social media, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, the generation gap between us is different, and I'm a father. I don't even want to see my daughter in a bathing suit, basically, like at the beach or something. Like, that's uncomfortable. You walk in and some dude looking at your kid. Because we all had that. We walking with your daughter and some nigga looking at your daughter. Like, listen.
You good, money? You good?
That's what I'm saying, man. And so, I always try to keep it 100 with my daughter and my niece about dudes out there. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some savages out there. Like, like literally, they don't have any interest in you beyond what they could get out of you. And that's it. They're using you for whatever they think they could get out of you. And that doesn't even have to be on the level of Diddy. That could just be on any fucking lowercase level.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be about money. It could just be about getting sex or just yo, there are pimps grooming girls to have sex with other dudes that for money that they give back to the dude. Where the fuck we do that at? Damn.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Epstein, the dude that died.
Yeah.
Yo, they killed this motherfucker. There's no way you're gonna tell me they didn't kill this dude.
They had to.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had a list, and no one knows where that lady is right now. She's been
Ghislaine lady?
Ghislaine. Like I haven't
thought
heard
she got
anything
convicted.
from her. I haven't heard anything from her or anywhere. That's
a whole other can of worms.
that's a whole.
Right there.
But listen, man. Like I say, yo, you gotta school your daughters to men, and that's a shame. Because they have a role model as their father. For most fathers in their daughters' lives, for the most part, that in my life, we are basically good fathers to our daughters. You know what I'm saying? So if she strives to be with a man that's like her father, that's all I can ask for. That's it. But there's some, as Ponix would keep saying, there's some sick niggas out there that's trying to take advantage, manipulate, and the moral compass and what you doing to a woman is fucking ridiculous now, yo.
Yeah, that's where the conversation began. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a man, the day you have a daughter, your life changes.
Yep.
Your outlook changes on women. You treat women different. You look at them in a different light because you know what you would not want somebody to do to your daughter. So that's how I try to live my life, kid.
Right.
What you don't want to happen to your daughter, please don't do it to another woman, right?
Calm.
And to answer your question, Chris, was what can we do?
Right.
I think we got to add value back to the woman, though. Women are devalued so much right now.
Mm-hmm.
We could spend another 2 hours on who to blame. Well, let's just say that women right now, they don't really help themselves in some of these situations, right? Mm-hmm. They're making it too easy for men. It's getting convoluted. Roles are reversing.
That's the big one right there.
Right? But I think that as men, we have to put the value back in the woman because let's get this straight, bro. Mm-hmm. Women are the most powerful creatures on earth.
Got that power, you.
Right? Not even that. They just life comes through them. Life.
They reproduce, yes.
Yeah, they are up here.
Right.
Right? But we're not treating them like that.
Right.
Some of us. For you to put your woman in a situation where you're watching her have sex with other men,
that's crazy.
You just totally devalued her off the top. Mm-hmm. Now you might be into these kind of things, whatever. That's, if y'all with it, y'all cool with that. Like, that's cool. But as Rudy explicitly explained what was going on to Cassie, you can't tell me that you love this person.
Or women.
Right, or women, and allow this kind of behavior to happen. And this man has daughters, bro.
It don't matter.
But that moral compass is not there, bro. Yeah. It's supposed to keep you in check.
Yeah.
It is.
It's supposed to keep your hands off a woman. It's supposed to keep you from, disrespecting them. It's supposed to keep you kind of centered of how you treat a woman, bro. Because you have a daughter, bro.
Absolutely.
Somebody call you, yo, your daughter, they did this. Bro, you going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's jail time.
Well, listen, I mean, not even, like you said, I'm going to let you go in a second, Ponix, but not even so much just even the fact of a daughter, but growing up, I have 3 sisters in the household with me, and I never wanted to see any of them disrespected, and I would fight a nigga to the death if he disrespected my sisters.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And then that same morality that was instilled in me to love my sisters and protect my sisters, I passed that down to my daughters. If I didn't learn that at an early age, I wouldn't have known to give that to my daughter and my nieces.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, and just like O said, my extended family, my extended nieces, because it like you said, it has to go back to the community. Everybody's got to start being able to watch out over each other's children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't feel that the guy across the street is a predator. You shouldn't have to feel that if your child is in your front yard or walking to the store to get a snack that you've got to worry about him.
Yeah,
The dude up the block.
Don't walk past this house if you're going to the store.
You know? But my bad, Pollux. Go ahead.
No, you good.
We got to end with you, brother.
No problem, no problem. I got a different answer. And it's not to say I disagree with you, I just look at it different. The reason why I'm so quick to just label something as sick or things, it might come off dismissive, it might come off trivial, but it's simply because what all these conversations are missing is identity, bro. And I feel that way on every level because we don't know what to identify anything as. It's always some type of debate based off something. Nothing is concrete, bro. Nothing's concrete.
It's getting blurred, right?
Line been blurred, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
Line
Fluidity.
been blurred. So now, when a woman don't know how to identify herself as a pillar to the community, she won't treat herself that way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If a man identifies himself as a YN, he's a YN. You write him off because of his character or his actions, right? I feel like too many times as a society, and I'm not even making, like, y'all spoke from being parents, and I understand that and I respect that. But I'm gonna speak from somebody that don't have kids. I'm close with my sister, I'm close with my moms, I'm close with my female family members. It's not a male or a woman thing, bro. It's societal, and I'm not trying to use that as a cop-out. I'm saying it more so like when you constantly break the rules of what a standard should be, the lines get blurred. So because you want to be disrespected by this person, you allow disrespect from this person, but you won't allow from that person. It creates bullshit. I'm a cynical person at times. I'm a pessimistic person at times. But it's not because of lack of faith in people. But it's because I see people as people, bro. I'm looking at Diddy and all his actions. I don't give a fuck about a song. I don't give a fuck about an artist. I say the same thing about R. Kelly, bro. If your response to me is how you identify somebody or identifying something good to combat whatever bullshit we just saw, I can't speak with you. I can't rock with your level of thinking. We don't connect, bro. Niggas talk about R. Kelly pissed on a shorty. I don't give a fuck what song that nigga made, bro. That's a sick nigga. It's that simple to me. It's that simple to me. Because the more you identify it, the quicker you can identify it. But if you sit here and make excuses, well, I'm going to separate the person from the artist, what the fuck are you even saying? What are you saying, bro? We make excuses for people that we like, and we're not consistent with bad behavior across the board.
Oh.
There's families that sit here and be like, well, yeah, I know he might have did some weird shit in the past, but don't tell on him. That's your uncle. Fuck that. That's a sick nigga. You see what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Identify people for what their actions show, bro. You're showing yourself to be a way. I can't make excuses for you because of something that I like about you. Is it consistent across the board? Because the minute it's not, the minute you're changing the play for different people to get away with shit when nobody should be doing it at all.
Yeah. All right. We got to close on that one. Dirk, got any last comments, brother?
I mean, Ponix is absolutely right. I agree with the sentiment 100%. Too many blurred lines, too many people being able to get away with it because we like this about them or we like that about them. And so I'm in 100% agreement. We just got to call a spade a spade. Don't matter if he's made the best song of the fucking century. If you're not rocking and doing the right things with our community, we shouldn't fuck with you, period. I don't give a fuck about nothing that you did. You just a nigga that we just gotta ostracize and just get the fuck away from us. All y'all niggas. It's the only way we're gonna survive, and it's the only way we're gonna actually bring back that morality that we talking about. We gotta get rid of them niggas and women or whatever. All of them that don't wanna follow the morality clause and rules. We don't care how great you are. I don't care what movies you made, nothing like that. Get the fuck away from us. Let's rock. We gotta divide and separate ourselves from them people. Skin folk ain't always kin folk. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Sportsmanlike Counter Podcast, kid. We out.
Peace.
Sportsmanlike conduct.